Hi, this is Sarah here from Thriving Solo. And you know how it is sometimes in clinic where you love your clients, but maybe you hate the admin and you're running on fumes. I think we've all been there at some point or other, and you need to feel like your practice doesn't own you. You are in control of your practice. So today we're going to have a look at how we identify and avoid the burnout loop that can happen and start building a sustainable growth loop. This is something that can help us along the way. So this is for solo acupuncturists and other hands-on healthcare people, whether it's massage, physio, chiro, especially if you're the only clinician and the back office, you're a solo healthcare provider. And anybody who says, once I catch up, I'll fix the business side. Spoiler, you probably aren't going to catch up unless you can make some small changes. They don't have to be massive. They don't have to take a lot of time every week. We just need small changes that we can move towards our sustainable growth loop. And it's also for anybody whose self-care tips sound great for clients, but somehow don't apply to us. It's funny how that happens. So I mentioned the burnout loop versus the growth loop in the overview of practitioner mindset that I did. And now we're going to dig a little deeper into it. So what is a burnout loop? Well, you might have come across the term a vicious circle, which is a sequence of cause and effect that actually ends up with two elements that intensify and aggravate each other, that lead to a worsening of the situation. And the burnout loop is one type of vicious circle. It's when your business runs you. And what it often looks like is overbooking, because inconsistent income feels scary. It's admin piling up, and then you're working into the night trying to catch up with it, doing invoices and inbox triage. It's having no space to think, plan, or improve anything because you're on a constant treadmill. Self-care is pushed to later, or more often never, and you're constantly reacting, always putting out fires. You're not able to plan ahead. So sort of a quick sort of contrast. Outside, you look busy and booked. Inside, you're stuck, tired, and really getting a bit bogged down with the calendar. The hidden costs of burnout: it's fine at the beginning, you can probably cope, but if you allow it to continue, it's going to cost in big ways. It will cost you your clarity. Decisions get delayed because your brain is full and you're still dealing with the urgent things that need doing straight away. Your quality dips because clients can feel that rushed energy and shorter patience that you've got with them. You start to lose growth because you can't build anything lasting when you're drained. At the end of it, you hit a ceiling. You can't scale beyond burnout. You only spin inside of it, and even more clients stops helping because it just makes the week heavier with admin. So we need to reframe this, and the way that we do that is look to bring about a virtuous circle. So we've had the vicious circle, there's also a virtuous circle, and in the same way, cause and effect intensify each other to create an improving situation. So let's harness this virtuous circle and create our growth loop. So growth should create more space, not less. So it's not work harder, it's not be more disciplined. It's about building a structure where it fits within your usual work week, a standard work week, not the perfect work week. Small changes that you can do while you're still seeing clients. You don't have to close the business down for a week to implement everything. So the core features of our growth loop are systems that remove repeat admin. You don't want to be writing the same things over and over again, emails to clients, the same thing, sort of doing marketing the same way but rewriting it every week. You also want white space for what we'll call CEO time, because you are a CEO. You're a CEO of your own business. And to do that, you need to have time to plan and work out what you want from your business and have actual rest as well. You want clear boundaries around your energy, and those boundaries need to be protected because your business depends on it. We make the most with the growth loop of the compounding effect. So small actions add up. In the same way with the vicious circle, small actions of falling behind tended to compound and get worse as the day wore on. So small actions of the growth loop also compound, and those small actions add up so that income gets steadier, clients feel cared for and are more likely to recommend you to other people, new clients that you add. And you get to take real time off. So what we're after is about building a sustainable growth loop, not chasing a perfect week. So let's have a look at the 3 core shifts that can move you into the growth loop. And the first one, like I say, is own your time like a CEO. Admit that you're not just a clinician, you're running a business, and therefore you need some time for business planning. Ideally, block 1 hour a week for that planning and treat it like the most important appointment, because it is. It drives everything else. You can use a simple agenda, and it doesn't have to be an hour a week. You might want to build up to that. Even if you can only manage 15 minutes the first week, it's a start. But review last week's schedule. What caused stress? Where did things work and not work? Choose one fix for this week, just one, and confirm what your top 3 priorities are. Then stop. Just do that much. The next shift is to build in energy buffers through passive offers. Now, passive offers are breathing room, not a new full-time job. What it might be for us as healthcare providers is a short recorded workshop, 30 to 45 minutes. It might be a paid digital handout, things about post-treatment care, lifestyle basics, a posture guide. And you might want to provide these possibly free of charge to your clients or at a discount, but these can also stand alone for people that can't get to see you. So, these are products that you can develop and add to what you're doing, but you create them once and they're there. You're not having to redo them with every client. The other thing that you can add is affiliate recommendations for the things that you already recommend to clients. So, if you recommend pillows, heat packs, books, tools that you trust, for example, a heat lamp, or ear seeds, something like that, then have a look at being able to do that as an affiliate. And if you need more information about that, just drop me a line. We'll probably cover affiliates along the way anyway. But that's just another way that you can start to add to your income without it being something that you're investing time after time with every new client. It's not a time for money situation. So just start with one small offer, pick one of those and let it run for a while. The third thing is to clarify your purpose and say no to anything off mission. Now, this isn't about saying no to your clients, it's about saying no to extra work that it could create for you during the week. So define your purpose simply. Think about the transformation that you're best at delivering. This is another one where I've actually looked at defining your niche and creating a clear offer. And you can dig into those for a bit more background on these, but make it practical. Choose one primary client type for the next 90 days, 3 months. Choose one main outcome that you help with. And then don't say no to the clients that are outside of that, but say no to marketing tasks that don't match that outcome, even if they sound, smart, or it sounds to be the latest thing. And how this helps is that you market with greater confidence because you start to build the marketing around that one clear message. Your content gets easier. Your schedule stops filling up with random draining work trying to chase the next, marketing window that you see everybody else chasing after. So how can we apply this growth loop and break the burnout loop in just 15 minutes a day? So just make sure that this is, it's not an all or nothing overhaul. This is something that you're going to grow gradually. And you just need a simple daily plan for the first 5 days to get you going. So day one is scheduling that 15 minutes of breakthrough time for each of the 5 days in whichever week you're working in. Day two, list 3 tasks to eliminate, delegate, or automate. Now, I know as a sole worker, as a sole business person, delegate becomes difficult, but you can still delegate as a solo business provider. One of the things that you can do is to delegate, outsource your accounts, for example, bookkeeping. You may want to bring somebody in as a virtual assistant that could help you out. So you can still delegate, but you might want to choose things to eliminate or automate first of all, as a bit easier, and also a bit cheaper. Day 3, pick one resource or service that you can share as an affiliate. Day 4, sketch out what your ideal week looks like, what the client blocks are, what the admin blocks are, where you're going to rest, where there is some buffer time. Work out what ideal looks like. Day 5, choose one system to tighten. Maybe your intake, it might be reminders, it could be rebooking. So that's it, 5 days to just get this kicked off and started. Don't overdo it, don't go beyond that sort of 15 minutes each day, because your nervous system is likely to stage a small rebellion. It'll know that you're actually trying to push it beyond what it's got capacity for. So just keep things gentle. So for now, remember, burnout isn't a badge of honour, and growth doesn't require hustle. It needs clarity, systems, and support. Start small, protect your time, and build the loop that gives back to you. After those 5 days, you can start to add a little bit more in, or repeat the 5 days, whatever works best for you. But like I say, start small and protect your time. Your time is precious. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon.